Okay, so at this time we're going to do a tutorial on how to do a newsletter through WiseAgent whenever you're uploading the artwork from a different location. In other words, the built-in newsletter in WiseAgent is not going to be used because the agent wanted to do more of a custom look. And we'll go into more later how I built the custom newsletter, but in this case we're going to assume the newsletter's been done, it's been converted to a JPEG file, and now we're going to upload it and use it in WiseAgent. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to www.thewiseagent.com. Okay, then we're going to click on Login, and since I have this person's password saved in RoboForm, I'm going to go here, select them, and if I didn't have that, of course you would put their username and password here, but I do have RoboForm, so I'm going to fill and submit it automatically from this program. Okay, now where we go is to the marketing tab, but now we're going to go to images because we're going to bring those images in. Okay, now this is something that I've already done previously, but we're going to do it again because it's already in here. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to do it again. So make sure first of all the image folder is set to images, so it already defaults to that, so we're good there. Go to choose file, and we're going to find wherever it is that you've saved that JPEG or that picture. In this case I saved it under the Bentwood folder and then under that realtor's name. Alright, so we're going to do two separate uploads because the newsletter is 2 pages. Okay, so here's the first December 2014 newsletter, the first front page. We're going to do that, and we're going to upload, which was successful. And now we're going to do the back page. There it is, December 2014 newsletter back. Click upload. That was also successful. Okay, now that we've done that, now we're going to go to marketing, and then we're going to go to newsletters. Now ordinarily we would go with already pre-built newsletter, which is one of these, but in this case because they're doing one of their own that was a doctored or an updated newsletter, we're going to go to start with blank custom newsletter. And the same thing applies as it did with the regular newsletter. They can have up to 4 designations. We're not really needing to do that here. We're going to go ahead and go with continue. Alright, now at this point here is now we're going to build the newsletter again, or rather upload the pictures that we put into WiseAgent already. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to make another test here, test of December. Ordinarily you wouldn't do that. You would put December 2014 or whatever the month is newsletter, but in this case, since I'm doing a tutorial, we're going to call it test. Okay, so before I add the newsletters, I'm going to actually add the pictures to it. So go ahead and put your cursor in here, and now go to the picture icon, which is this one right here. It says image. Click on that. You're going to go to browse server, and you're going to find that first page. Okay, there's our front page in December 2014. Click OK. If you notice the cursor went to the bottom underneath that, which is fine because now you want to go to the next page. So go back to the image icon, browse server again. Now you're going to find the back page, which is this one here. And if you put your mouse over it, let's see, it tells you newsletter back. So either these are duplicates because I did it twice, but anyway, you get the idea. So select the back page, do OK, and now the 2 pages are in the newsletter. So now that you've added those together, now you can put add to my newsletters. You'll notice now it's in here, test December 2014. So now that it's there, you can now email this and it would work the same way the newsletter did before. You'd have the same look here. Again, no salutations here, the first and spouse last name or the option that's given. Again, you can choose to send a copy to the realtor as well, which I always do that, so they see that they got that the newsletter was sent out. You could do a preview if you wanted to. In this case, we'll just go save and select. So in this case, it works much like the other newsletter that's built in. Same thing applies here. You select the group you're sending it to. In this case, it's newsletters. It could also, some agents could call it a drip or something else, but in this case we know it's called newsletters. Then you click on go. And also you notice once again here, the most that'll be on one page is 250. For any time you send an email from WiseAgent, the most you can send at one time is 250. So in this case there's only 62, so it's all going to fit on this one page. But in the event that you had over 250, say for example you had 300, you'd have 250 on this front page, and then you'd have a 1 and a 2 here. You would click the second page to get to the other ones after the 250. So in this case, for example, all 62 are on this page, so all you have to do is click here and select all of them and click send newsletter, and they would all be sent the newsletter. You'd see it processing, and eventually it would tell you it's done, and that would be it. But again, in the event that you had more than 250, you would select all, push send newsletter, and you'd see the process going through. You'd see it finish. Once it's finished, then you go over here and click on the next page, which would be page 2, and you would select all of those emails addresses that are there and repeat the process again until you've done that for however many pages there are. Pretty rare that we get over that, but at some point some agents will have over 500 contacts. But for now, that's all this one has. So that would be the end of it. You would have sent off the custom newsletter that was built.